Well, hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name is Blair Lamb. I make videos about all the different parts of my life. Today I'm putting together some really fun little gifts for my kids because we are going out of town, just my husband and I, for the first time ever, which I will get to in a second. And just to kind of ease that transition for a few days, we are going to leave them with little gifts each morning that they can open up. I'm very excited about that. I think it'll be really cute. This video is sponsored by Cricut, so I am so excited to share some of the things I made with Cricut that I'm going to be gifting to my kids, and I will share more about that as we get there in this video. The story is that we went away one time in the past almost 5 years since we've had our daughter, and that was when I was heavily pregnant with my son. And it was a really fun trip, but it was in the heat of the summer. I was huge and pregnant, and we only went just an hour away to a hotel an hour away. Now, don't get me wrong, we had a great time, but it was not like this great getaway. I was really achy, tired, and overheated the whole time. So we loved the time away, but also it wasn't the same as this. This time we're actually flying across the country. My mom is coming into town to watch the kids. It's like a whole different kind of vibe, and I'm really looking forward to it. We have been working on preparing our children every single day for the past few weeks that mommy and daddy are going to be going away for 3 nights, and Grammy is going to be here, and we will FaceTime you and talk to you, but we are not going to be here in the home. And I think that they're grasping the concept, but as we get closer to our departure date, they're both starting to maybe be a little bit more nervous about it. And so I just want to do anything I can, even when I'm not physically here, to help them with these few days and just help them have just like a really fun time with their grandma and not be stressing that we're gone. So today, in preparation for making these little gift bags for them, I went to the dollar store and I walked up and down the aisles for about a half an hour, and I selected 4 things for each of them. So each morning they will get to open up a little something, just hopefully to just make it kind of a fun, exciting thing instead of sad that mom and dad aren't here. We are a very close-knit family unit, the 4 of us, and we spend tons of time together, and we have like a very specific routine and rhythm in our household. And I do think that the disruption to it might throw them for a little bit of a loop. So hopefully if part of the disruption is receiving gifts every day, they'll just be super happy about it. So we leave for our trip on Friday morning, very early before they wake up at like 3 a.m. or something like that. And then we will return home on a Monday night. So all day Friday, in their eyes, we will not have been home, and then all day Saturday, and then all day Sunday, and then we'll see them probably right before bedtime on Monday. So that's why I went with 4. So they would have something to open up on Friday morning, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, and Monday morning. So I had a great time choosing all of my gifts. So let me show you what I selected, and then we'll get into making these little bags. So I have a big bag here. Let me kind of unpack it, and then we can go through everything. Okay, everything's unpacked. I'll show you each of the 4 days. For the first day, I think I'm going to go a little bigger, and I got each of them one of these little shopping baskets. So they're really super sweet and cute. They have all kinds of little plastic foods inside and some little cans, and then they come in this really sweet little red basket when the candles even come up. And I think that they will absolutely love playing grocery store with this. I can totally see her playing with this with her dollies. So I got each of them one of these so that they can play together and there's no fighting. That's the last thing that my mom needs when she's here trying to watch them. So each of them will get one of these on the first day as their little gift. Then the next day, I got them each a puzzle. For the puzzles for Nora, I got her this Gabby's Dollhouse puzzle because she's been very into Gabby's Dollhouse, the TV show, which is fun. And it's a 48 piece because she can handle a 48 piece. And then I got Colin a smaller one. He's just starting to get into puzzles. His is a Paw Patrol one, very cute, 24 piece, a little simpler. He'll probably need a little help from big sister or Grammy, but that'll be really fun for him. So that'll be the next day. Then the next day I got them these Echo mics. So they're not actually, I used to have one of these as a kid. They're not actually wired or anything, but when you talk into them, it echoes back to you. So it kind of sounds like a microphone. They'll just think it's cool to have one to actually hold, even if it doesn't do anything. And they were just, you know, $1, of course. And then the last things that I got are, I got a Gabby's Dollhouse coloring book for Nora. I thought she would think that that was really cute. And I did get her a fresh pack of crayons because I was noticing that her crayons at home here are starting to get pretty brittle and broken and whatever. And then for Colin, I got him this Spider-Man activity pad. So this one doesn't really require, it's more stickers rather than coloring. And I think that that will suit him a bit better. So those are the two things that I got for that last day. So we've got all of our things. Then with my Cricut, I made each of them a little tag for each day. I'll show you how I made them here. Very simply, I just used my Cricut to cut them out and use the pen functionality to write on them. And then I had the actual shapes cut out, and then I affixed them to like a little backing so that both of them have these cute little tags that I can affix to their presents for every day, just to make it easy for my mom to follow along and to make it feel special for them. Nora is really into kind of reading lately. So let's go ahead and get started. So what I'm going to do is I got gift bags for everything except for these baskets because I thought these were pretty much large enough without needing like a gift bag. So what I'll do is on the morning that we're leaving, since they'll still be asleep, I will just set these up here at the table where they normally sit in the morning for breakfast. So when they come out, they will find these. So what I'm just going to do is take some ribbon and affix the one that says Friday to both of them. I think that they are going to absolutely love these and have just such an amazing reaction. They have no idea anything like this is going to be happening. And I think that they will absolutely love it. I also hope it helps my mom if there's ever any time where it's a struggle, or like at nighttime, if they're having a hard time or something, she can say, remember in the morning, there will be another special gift for mommy and daddy. Like, I feel like that could go a long way. So we will see. But I'm just trying to do everything I can to make them know that we love them no matter where we are. And I'm sure we'll be thinking about them and talking about them virtually the entire time. But I think it's so important as parents to find time to get away. And up until this point, the only thing that we've ever been able to do that is extremely cute, if you ask me, has been basically going out to dinner, and that's like date nights and stuff. And that's obviously been so wonderful, and we're so grateful for any time we get to do that. But I think that this, like, we're just both really looking forward to having some solid time beyond just a couple of hours to just spend time together as a couple, which we haven't had the chance to do. I mean, we haven't been on a date night in months at this point. It's been really busy lately, so I'm very much looking forward to it. Okay, and here's Nora's for Friday. Okay, how stinking cute is that? Now, I did also get a bunch of candy, so I was going to put the candy in with each day. So on this day, I think on this day I got some Tootsie Pops. So I think what I'll do is open this bag up. All right, we have two of the same color because if you know, you know. So I'll put one through Collins, and I'll put one through Nor's. Okay, that's perfect. They will be obsessed with that. All right, I'm gonna slide this to the side and then get started on day 2. Okay, for day 2, I'm gonna open up these 2 little bags that I got. And day 2 let's do the microphones. I think they will love the microphones. And like I said, it's not as bad as they sound because they don't actually amplify voices. They just kind of sound to the child like they're louder. Sorry in advance, Mom. Because they will be loud. All right, let's try Colin's little Saturday one on here. Okay, it's perfect. Looks very cute. And then we have Colin's blue microphone. I'm just gonna pull this sticker off of it if I can. Taking off that sticker took far too long, so Nora's will have her sticker on it. Okay, I know that this whole video and doing all of this to some people might seem a little bit over the top, but many of you don't know my story, which is that when I was 12, my mom, who had been a stay-at-home mom, she went back into the workforce and took a job that required her to travel a lot. And it was something that was great for our family and felt like a necessary thing at that time. However, it was very, very, very hard on me. I'm the oldest sibling, and there was like this pressure and weight on me, I felt like, to kind of play mom or fill in that role or something. And it caused a lot of it just wasn't easy. And there were times where she would be gone for 3 weeks at a time. That happened multiple times, 6 weeks at a time. There would be times when, it would be 3 nights away or 4 or 5, a whole week, and it was very, very often. And I remember being at home and just feeling really just unsettled. Like it's just different not having your mom in the house. And we would have like babysitters come over to drive us places and things, because by that point we were all in schools and things. Nora's microphone in her bag and all that kind of stuff, which was, at least we could still get to those activities, but it took a toll on all of us. And I'm not blaming anybody. I believe that my parents, and pretty much all parents, are truly doing the best they can with what they have. And I really believe that. But that doesn't negate the fact that it was hard on every member of the family. And there was a lot that came out of that for me. And so leaving my children, although this is not a regular occurrence, this is not like regular travel for work or anything like that, it brings up some of those feelings that I felt as a kid. And it's a little bit hard for me, even though I'm really excited about this trip. So doing something like this makes me feel like I'm still there or here and like taking care of them in a way. And that means a lot to me. And it soothes me some. So just being honest. So we've got Nora and Colin. Let's see what we have here. Let's do one of these. One in here for Nora. And one in here for Colin. Okay, and that's Saturday's done. Set them down here. Set this over here. Next one. I think there's a lot of things like that where, let's say like, I know I can think of multiple people in my life who their family never made a big deal out of birthdays, whether it was for financial reasons or it was just not a big deal to the family to like celebrate big birthdays. I typically see those friends with their kids doing birthday weeks and birthday months and decorating to the nines. Like nobody comes out of their childhood wanting to replicate their childhood 100% exactly. We all have things that we look back on and think that we wish had been different for us, for little us. And there is something very healing in motherhood. This is actually making me feel emotional. There's something very healing in motherhood about getting to do things a different way based on your childhood experience to hopefully bring about a different outcome. And it's almost like you're parenting your little self, and it's healing. It's really healing. So if there's anything like that you have experienced, I would love to hear about it. If there's something, I can think of examples galore because my friends and I have all discussed this, like friends whose parents didn't let them play sports or do clubs or do anything like that because it was just too much, typically are the ones where their kids are involved in a lot of extracurriculars, or I don't know, people who always had very, very, very low key holidays, or small Christmases, want to have huge Christmas parties, or just all of those kinds of things. For Riley, I think the biggest one that comes to mind, and probably the reason why he literally loves going to Disney World so much. Sometimes I think he likes it more than even me, and I truly do love it. He brings it up a lot, but when he was a kid, his parents really prioritized educational trips. So they went to a lot of historical locations throughout the United States, or places like the Grand Canyon, like natural wonders kind of things. They didn't ever go to a theme park or anything like that. That was very much out of their wheelhouse. And I think now, as a father, he just finds so much joy in getting to go and do things that are simply for fun, that aren't for education. And again, he had awesome parents, and they were doing what they felt was best. And he doesn't there's not resentment and anger. It's just that he loves being able to take our kids to amusement parks and do things like that, because it just feels, I don't think he would say it in these terms, but I think there's healing there in just doing something simply because it's fun. You know what I mean? So we all have our things. We certainly all have our things. Okay. All right, for Sunday, let's do puzzles. So this one's Colin's, and this one's Nor's. And let's see. I have ring pops. Yes, I am winning with having the same flavors, because let me tell you, if you know, you know. My kids are only 2 years apart, and they like to have the exact same thing, or they're going to fight. Last little set of bags that we'll do. There's a piece of hair. And we'll do the coloring book, the Gabby's Dollhouse coloring book, and the Spidey and His Amazing Friends sticker activity pad on this day. And this will be the day that we get home. I'm trying to look at my calendar. Oh yeah, we won't get home until super late. I'll probably go in and give them loves, hugs, and kisses when we get back here. But we leave California. We're going to Carmel, California. That's where we're going on this trip. And I can't wait. We're going to go to Monterey. We're going to go to Big Sur. We're going to hike a little bit. We're going to just try to do all that we can in the 4 days that we have. And I can't wait. But we leave California at 7 p.m. Our flight's at 7. So by the time we get back here and then get back home, it's going to be really late. All right. And then we're doing Collins. I considered making a bag like this for my mom full of snacks, but she's just not a snacker. It's just not really her thing. So now if it were me, dear future Nora and Colin, if I come to watch your children while you and your spouse go on a getaway, I would like a bag of snacks. My mom, it's just not really her thing. But I am going to place a grocery order and make sure I have all her favorite things. She just eats really, really healthy. Doesn't eat a lot of snacky kind of stuff. She'll do maybe pretzels, but we have tons of pretzels already. She likes veggies and hummus. She's I aspire to eat like her. I have more of my dad's preferences, which are snacky foods, candy foods. I try, but she innately just eats healthy. Okay, today we're going to do the fruit roll-ups mini rolls. Put one in each of them. And that's that. Okay, so we've got these for Monday, these for Sunday, these for Saturday, and then these for Friday. That's so perfect. Okay, I'm going to move all of these out of the way, and then I will show you the card that I made my mom to thank her. Since I didn't think snacks would be my best bet. Okay, so I made a card using my Cricut for my mom. I love to receive handmade cards. I have only received a few in my life that have been like obviously handcrafted or hand stamped or something like that. And every one of them I can remember. I specifically can remember a high school graduation card, which has been quite a while now. And I just thought it meant so much because I thought someone sat down and like hand made this thinking of me. There's just something that's really cool about that. I'm not against just buying a greeting card, but I had a little time this afternoon, so I did go ahead and make this. So I'll show you a little bit of what that process looked like. I kind of found this design on the Cricut design space, and then I made it my own and had all the cuts made and weeded it, which means pulling out the little negative space, and then assembled it all together with some sticky tape, like double-sided roller sticky tape. And I think it turned out just so stinking cute. So the front says thank you, and it's really pretty with the pink and then the white flowers. And then on the inside, it says thank you bunches. I'm also going to go ahead real quick and just write my mom a note, just thanking her so much for taking time out of her life to come and stay with my kids for the long weekend. My dad's not able to come, so it's just her solo parenting the little ones for the weekend in not her house. I think that they will have so much fun, but she is going to be very exhausted. So I'm just going to write her a little thank you note here and then seal this up so that on that morning, I'll set out while the three of them are asleep, Nora, Colin, and then my mom are all asleep because she's obviously getting here the night before since we leave so early. I'll set out these little gifts and this card all out so that she and them all kind of wake up and there's like a sweet little, just a fun little moment to wake up to. I wrote, Mom, we can't thank you enough for watching Nora and Colin while we traveled together alone for the first time in years. It means so much to us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you. Love, Blair and Riley. Now, my mom is like me. I'm just going to make sure it's dry. She is a words of affirmation girly. So I know that writing her a thoughtful letter like this will go a long way. And of course, we'll thank her verbally and in person as well. And I'd like to get her a little gift. We're going to see when we're shopping in Carmel and anywhere around that we are, if we can find like a little special something, a little bracelet or something, just to thank her for taking the time to come down here and giving up her long weekend to come and watch our kids. But I just know that she very much appreciates just not a gift or anything like that, but just gratitude just goes a really long way with her. So I know that she'll really appreciate this. And I think she'll think it's really sweet that it's handmade. Okay. And I wrote Mom with little heart. So there we have it. We are all set to go for this aspect of things. I've been thinking about doing this, knowing that our trip is coming up for the past few weeks, and I'm just grateful that I took this afternoon to just go out to the dollar store, grab a handful of things. It wasn't very expensive, and then just come home and put it all together, because I think sometimes things like this, like, I hope my kids enjoy it. It definitely makes me feel better that I'm like here in some small tiny way for them each day that I'm gone physically and that Riley's gone physically. If they were older, I would probably write them. I would just leave like a piece of candy every day and write them like a note. But at this age, a toy or like a new activity is basically the best you can get. So that's what we're going to do. I'm curious if any of you, if you travel, if you leave your kids anything like this, if you write them like a letter, or even if you just make sure to text them every day or something, I think it's very, very sweet. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to stay tuned so you can see how our trip went. And I would love if you would comment below on any of the things we've discussed in this video. I always love to hear your perspectives and experiences. So thanks again. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.